Let's do a makeup video while I tell you how my dad saved me from rape several times and why I think my dad is my guardian angel. You're welcome back to my channel, guys. I'm Growth with Nonye, and today we'll be doing a makeup video. I have a bunch of stuff here, everything I'll be needing for the makeup. My mirror is in front of me and the fan is by the side, so in case you're hearing the sound, I tried using the AC, but I would have to close the window and I need this light. Okay, I'm by the window. All right, I don't want to talk much, let's get into it. My brows look excuse my product, so yeah, they'll be dirty. Let me report myself before you report me. Okay, so this is my brush. You can see I've already cleaned my face and moisturized, so I'll just be using primer. My face is going through a lot, guys, but so many people think of guardian angels as um supernatural beings. I'm not saying they are not, but my dad is my guardian angel. I'll tell you 3 stories today to prove that. Okay, now these are not just mere stories or stories I got from somewhere. These are my true life stories and true life experiences. Okay, now we're born in Cameroon. My mom gave birth to all 5 of us in Cameroon. I'm done with the brows, by the way. So we relocated to Nigeria. We jackpot from Cameroon to Nigeria in the year, if I'm not mistaken, now I would say in the year 2004. Yes, we relocated to Port Harcourt City, and that's where we grew up. We stayed in the heart of Port Harcourt, around them. We stayed in Obiakpo local government, but there's a place called Eleprawo. Yeah, that's where we grew up. My mom had a shop, and this shop brought us out every day because we had to be in the shop to help our mom out. Okay, yeah, my dad was doing a bunch of stuff at that time, even though they were not really so much. So at that time, whatever he got, they just put it into the business. So that's how we were patching things. Because at that time we lived in a public compound where the landlord stayed with his children. The landlord had, I think, 3 sons. One was married. I think the first one was married, and then the other 2 younger ones were living there. They're still in secondary school. I think at the time this incident I'm about to talk about happened, I think he had just finished YF or something like that. Myself, I was still in secondary school. Yes. So our mom's shop then was just outside the compound, like these houses that they build and put shops in front, like at the fence. They attach shops at the fence of the compound or so. Yes, so that's how it was. He was our landlord at the shop, so the shop was just right outside the compound. So we had one gen, then we're using both for the shop and for the house. So sometimes the gen would be at home, sometimes it would be at the shop. So on this particular day, the gen was at home. The generator was at home. If you don't know what a generator is, it's a machine that provides electricity. Okay, yeah. So at the time we didn't have steady power supply, so many people, almost everyone, had a generator, whether the big ones or the small ones. Yes, so it wasn't really the big one, but at least it was sizable to carry the fridge at the shop, okay, and power the shop and the house. So on this fateful day, my mom asked me to go put on the gen, to go get the gen out. And somehow, I don't know, I can't remember now whether I was supposed to meet someone at home, maybe my sibling that was supposed to help me or something, but I don't know. But I got home and I didn't find anyone at home to help me carry the gen. And then I saw this our landlord's son, guy was passing by, and I called him. Prior to then, he has been, all these rubbish teenage. He had wanted to have his way, but I had refused. For some reason, my mom's girls, we were all too wise back then. Like, I don't know if it's the upbringing or if it was just God, but somehow we were too wise and we knew that all those boys were up to no good. But my dear, I didn't find any other one. The compound was dark, it was evening, which was why we needed the light, by the way. So I didn't find anyone because we had to, when I put on the gen at home, it was wired that when it is on in the house, it will supply light at the shop. So I needed someone to help me bring it out of the house so I can put it on. I knew how to put it on. The issue was getting it out. I waited for, I don't know if it was even up to a minute. I didn't see anyone, and then came along this guy. His name was Solomon. So I called him to help me, innocent me. Although I know that the Spirit of God or something told me that this thing you're about to do, what if this boy does something? You people will be alone in that house, even if it's for 1 second. What if he tries something funny? The stubborn girl that I am. Who is this person shouting? I ignored that warning and asked him to help me. He agreed happily, cheerfully. So we got in. Yeah, now let's carry the gen. The guy started moving funny. Started trying to touch, to hold me down, and have his way. I didn't shout. I was basically, struggling there with him. And then came my dad. My dad is this person that in the evenings he loves fresh air. My dad loves fresh air. Okay, so, and he's always on. He always has singlets. He always wears singlets on, whether under or just singlets. When in the compound. White singlet. My dad is always on white singlet. So, and he's always singing, like when he's walking or just doing whatever, he will just be singing praises or worship songs. Yes. So that was how we were struggling, and then I heard my dad's voice at that moment. At that moment, the peace I had in me. The peace I had. I didn't even bother struggling with him again. I just stayed, just let go, because I knew that I had heard my dad's voice. He too down heard him, because my dad is always singing. My dad heard him. Solomon now heard my dad and behaved, and then helped me carry the gen out. And my dad just met us by the door, and he was so shocked to see the two of us carry the gen out. He was like, didn't you see anybody to help you? Like, I didn't see anybody. So I saw Solomon passing by and I told him to help me. He looked at the guy funny and left. The guy immediately disappeared after the gen came out. I didn't tell anybody this. In fact, if my family members see this video, I know they are going to I don't know what their reaction will be anyway, but they'll be surprised, shocked, or whatever. But yeah, that's the first story. That's how my dad saved me. Like, he just came in at the right moment. I'm feeling like the coverage is not much, so I want to just add a bit. So that's how my dad saved me from rape that one time. Okay, now for the next one will be okay. The next one was actually my dream. this next one I'm about to tell you is not like the only one, but it was in my dream anyway, and that dream felt so real. Like, I was young then, but I knew that something was meant to happen, and God had just saved me using my dad once again. So in the dream, I can't really remember the details now, but somehow I was I found myself struggling with one of the guys then in that area. You know, all those guys that are rebellious. You just see these ones and you know that these ones are the bad boys in town. Yeah. I saw myself struggling with this boy. Struggling. He was trying to pull me into the gutter. Like, he was actively, we were struggling. He was trying to pull me with him into the gutter. Don't know how to explain what gutter is to you now, but it is a drainage. Yes, the drainage that drains water out of the main road, because it was at the main road, and he was trying to pull me with him. He was going into the gutter and was trying to pull me with him. I was so struggling. I was struggling. I was screaming. Nobody was hearing me until my dad appeared from nowhere again. Now, I don't remember if he was wearing that his white singlet in this one, but I know my dad appeared and, fought out the boy and scolded him and told him what was he trying to do with his child, stuff like that. And that's how he saved me. That encounter never, I'm looking for my, okay. That encounter, guys, never left me, because it felt, I woke up from that dream sweating. I even told my mom the dream. I think I told my dad. So I think my dad and my mom were there when I narrated what happened. And my dad said that night he had been praying, that he couldn't even sleep that night, that he was trying to, that he couldn't sleep. My dad said he couldn't sleep that night. He just felt in the spirit to pray, and he was praying for all his children. And that was how, my dear, who knows what they were doing? Who knows if they had gone somewhere with my picture or my name or something, But God, now, loving me so much, saved me once again through my dad. Now, for the third one, guys, the third one happened recently. I'm laughing because it's so funny. I like fufu. I don't know if you know what is fufu. Akpu, the Igbos call it akpu. I love it so much. Like, it is my best swallow. Like, I will pick akpu over rice, over whatever. Akpu and a very delicious soup, I will pick it. Fufu, I love fufu. So recently, I traveled home to spend time with my family. My mom, my siblings, everyone was home this Christmas, and we had a swell time. So one evening, I think that was on 31st night. Was it 31st night? Yes, it was on 31st night. Around 5 or so, we needed to get some food stuff we needed the next day, and I opted to go with my mom. Okay, that was how we went. Now, bought everything we needed, and on our way back, I saw fufu. Guys, please ignore any noise in the background. So my mom had some. She was carrying some stuff. I was carrying some stuff. So I told her, don't wait for me. I know my way. I would come along. Let me buy fufu. She told me, you want fufu? I said, yes, leave me alone. Let me buy fufu. I'm going to eat fufu this night. So this thing is too much. Let me just wipe out some here. That's how my mom, she went now, because the house was not far from the market or where I wanted to buy fufu. My mom now left, and she was just going. Only for me, where I saw the fufu, I waited for the person selling. I didn't see anyone, so I left to the next place and bought from that person. Now, in the midst of all this, I had lost sight of my mom. Okay, she had gone far. So I hurriedly started trailing her. I believed I knew my way, but for some reason, I got lost. So guys, that's how I got lost too. I walked and a certain distance, and I realized that these places are no longer familiar to me. I've never been to this place. I said, no, I can't. It's a straight road. I was just struggling within myself. You can't get lost now. It's a straight road. Just keep going. You will find, like, you will get to a point where it will become familiar. At the end of the day, I realized that Fufu don't lost me. That was how I started. I started coming back, asking questions. Did they send this girl to me? Did they send this human being to me? Your time starts now. One minute gone. You will see yourself in my vlog, don't worry. So I got to a place that seemed familiar. I knew I had passed this place before, but that place seemed like a T-junction. So I didn't know where I was to go. Okay, I didn't know where I was to go, and that was at the exact point where I had missed my way. I tried asking people, but times are bad. People were looking at me funny, saying, who is this adult that is lost? I had no phone on me, so I was asking people to lend me their phone to call my number, because I knew if I called my number they would pick, since they would be looking for me as at that time, because I had already taken so much time. People were looking at me funny. Anybody I asked, they didn't have phones or they didn't have airtime. Okay, and I just knew, the world has spoiled, the world has gone bad. People don't know who to trust. People are scared for their lives. And I understood them, honestly, because I might also look at you funny, because organic. Anyway, in the midst of all this confusion, I just said a prayer. I said, God, please help me, help me, help me, God, help me find my way. And then I turned and saw, it was very dark. It was very dark. So I turned and saw someone on a white singlet. And then I kept looking, because I was beginning to think, is this my dad? Is this daddy? That's what we call him, daddy. And I was just watching, and as he came closer, came out to the place where I was, that was a bit brighter. It began, the form or the image began to look like my dad. Then I heard his voice singing. Oh God, I was so glad. I was so happy. I was like, oh my God. I was like, Jesus. I shouted, Daddy. He said, yes. And they look for you now. That's how in our house, they speak English. My spirit tell me, say you don't lost. Now make I come out. Oh, him and that is white singlets collecting breeze. So that was how he led me home, guys. And I think that's the third story, right? Did I tell it too fast? So guys, what do you think? Is your dad or your mom? Is my dad your dad, or is your dad my dad, or is your mom my dad? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, do you have anyone in your life that has saved you so much that you now see that person as a guardian angel? Because to me, I don't care what anybody's saying. My dad is not just my dad. He's my friend. He's a brother. He's my guardian angel. Like, that man he has saved me so many times than he will ever imagine. Someone once told me that he doesn't know about my mom or any of us, but whenever he sees my dad spiritually, he sees a giant, a dogged one that will not take nonsense. And that's who my dad is. My dad is a prayer warrior. My dad is the one who taught us how to pray. My dad is someone we grew up, like when we were younger, we used to hate his prayer. Many times my dad wanted to lead the prayer. We know they like him because it almost never ended. So guys, I said I'm not going anywhere, but let me just add liner. Jesus. Do you enjoy my stories? Like I said, these are stories that happened to me. As a matter of fact, if my dad watches this video, that will be the first time he'll be hearing about the first story I told you earlier. Now, some people might say, oh, I've just been lucky. I don't think it's luck. I don't think it's luck, okay? I don't think it's luck. He is actually a guardian angel sent to me by God. So guys, those are the reasons why I said my dad is my guardian angel. So if you're seeing this and you have someone that has ever stood up for you in ways or situations that could have broken you, you're not alone, guys. We are in it together. Please share your story with us. And if you've lost someone dear to you, someone that would suffice as your guardian angel, I want you to know that you still have God. Yeah. He who puts that person in your life at that time or made them come for you at the time they did will also make a way for you when it is needed, okay? So if you've ever had someone be there for you at the time when you needed it the most, I think it's something to be grateful for. I think it's really something to be really grateful for, okay? Yeah. So I'm grateful for my dad. I pray God continues to keep him for us. Yep. So daddy, when you watch this video, I want you to know that you're the best, sir. Dalu, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for all you do for us. So guys, we are done. I'm waiting for my face to get dry. Yeah, so I want to say thank you so much for letting me share this with you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Please like this video if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. Enjoy the pictures of our after look. See you. Bye.